Welcome. Thanks for joining me. Today we're going to do a little flow to help you sit a little bit more comfortably and a little bit more longer in your meditation practice. So it's a great one to do in case you're feeling a little tight in the hips, a little tight in the knees, maybe even a little tight in the back. So you can let go of those areas so that you're able to sit a little bit more comfortably if you're going to try to do a little bit longer of a practice. Today, once we're done with the sequence, we will sit for 5 minutes, so it will be a little bit of 5-minute silence. I'll guide you through a little bit of a meditation, but then you have the option to continue on once this stops for as long as you'd like, or you can just pause it and come back toward the end when you're ready. So we're going to start seated. Make sure you have something to sit on later for your mindfulness time, and then maybe some blocks depending on how you are feeling today as far as tightness in your hips and your upper back. And once you're ready, we'll find our seat. I'm going to sit in hero's pose today, and then just let your eyes close. Allow yourself to come into the room, onto your mat, and into your body. Start to connect with your surroundings. And just allowing yourself to become more present with every passing moment. Starting to bring an intention to mind. That intention today may be that intention of stillness of the mind, especially when we get to that mindfulness time, that meditative time. Maybe even find stillness of the mind while we're moving through this sequence. So inviting that intention in. And holding that intention in your mind's eye. Allow your hands to come to your heart center. We'll set that intention as we open this practice with 1 Om. Take a full inhale. Keeping the eyes closed, let the hands come back down to the thighs. And start to grow your breath here. Inhaling to a count of 4, and then matching that with an exhale to a count of 4. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling fluidly. Inhaling. And exhaling. Start to engage that Ujjayi pranayama, inhaling without stress, exhaling, letting go of any tension in the jaw or shoulders. One final round here, inhaling, exhaling. As you inhale, let those eyes blink open. And as you exhale, roll over onto those hands and knees. We'll go into a little bit of cat-cow. So ground down through those hands, spread through the fingers. On your inhale, let your belly drop, shoulders roll back. And as you exhale, press the hands around the spine. Inhale, lengthen, neck grows long. Exhale, press and round. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, round, drop that tailbone. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, round. One final time here, inhaling. And exhaling. Inhale, come to a nice long spine. And exhale. Taking that left arm, reach it up to the ceiling. Big inhale there. And as you exhale, take that left arm, reach it all the way under, laying down onto that left side, maybe your cat. Drawing those right fingertips up off the mat, drawing that left shoulder over as the right elbow and shoulder lift to the ceiling. Shift the hips back to the left, little thread the needle. Take another full inhale here. Exhale. Pressing down into that bottom hand. Inhale, presses you all the way up. Take that left arm up. And then exhale, hand back down to the floor. Taking that right arm, reach it up to the ceiling. Exhale, weave it through, taking it all the way over, laying down onto that right side. Come up onto the left fingertips, left shoulder and elbow lift to the ceiling. Lift the sit bones and then draw those hips back to the right. Take a couple more breaths here, getting into the upper back. One more full inhale. Exhale. Pressing down into that left hand. Inhale, lifts that right arm all the way up. And exhale, release the hand down. Taking a moment, make the knees wide, sit back into those heels. Reach through those arms, come to child's pose. Let the rib cage expand into the legs, and then let it come back to the center line. Let the arms and head be heavy. Taking nice full breaths. One more full inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, shift your weight forward. As you exhale, all the way down onto the mat. Pardon me. And then you're going to ground down through those toes, hands by your side. Elbows draw back, and as you inhale, roll the shoulders back, come into cobra. Pausing there, elbows back, neck is long, pressing into those hands, ground through the toes. Few more deep breaths here. Maybe lifting a little bit more, open the chest, neck grows long, one more full inhale. And as you exhale, release it down. Hands by the side, tuck the toes, lift those hips, press it back, downward facing dog. Take a couple moments, pedal the feet, and then start to find stillness within the body, lengthening up through those sit bones, even if you have to bend your knees for now. Drawing the top of the head toward the thumbs, pressing in through those hands. Take a nice full inhale. And exhale. Inhale, takes that right leg lifted to the sky. Exhale, heel to bum, open it up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw knee to nose, and step that foot forward. Back knee is gonna come down. Good, nice low lunge here. Let that back knee drop, let the shoulders roll back. Come up onto the fingertips, maybe even onto those blocks, and roll the shoulders back. Good, take an inhale here. Exhale, press into the back leg, maybe make it straight. Let those hips drop a little bit more, and then draw that right hip back. Take another full inhale. Exhale. Planting that left hand either on a block or floor, take that right arm up. Back knee can always come down if you need. Open through the chest if you're feeling more tight there, or straightening that back leg, lifting up through that left hip, sending the hips back as you rotate through the chest. Another full inhale. Exhale. Inhale, looking down. Exhale, circles the hand down, plant the hand, step it back, downward facing dog. Take a nice full inhale, and exhale. Inhale, takes that left leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, heel to bum. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw knee to nose, and step that foot forward. Nice low lunge, let that back knee drop. Shoulders roll back, heart comes forward, let those hips drop slightly. Lengthen up out of the chest. And then start to press into that front foot, press into the back foot, straightening that back leg. Lift up through the hips. Draw in through the lower belly, lengthen. And then on your exhale, press the right hand down, left arm up. Take a big inhale, open the chest. Taking that right hip lifted toward the ceilings. Left hip draws back. Maybe take one more big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, circles that hand to the floor. Exhale, steps you back. Downward facing dog. Nice full inhale there. And exhale. Inhale, takes that right leg again, lifted to the ceiling. Exhale, heel to bum, open the hip. As you inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw knee to nose, and step that foot forward. Coming into a nice lizard lunge, so walks that right foot out to the side, Let that back knee drop and then start to shift the weight forward, walking those hands forward. Maybe your elbows come to a block. Maybe they come all the way to the floor, hugging that right knee into your chest. And then shift the hips forward. Draw the right heel back, left knee forward. Keep lengthening the chest forward. Nice full breaths. 2 more breaths here. Maybe that back leg straightens. Keep lifting up through the hips, lengthen back as your heart comes forward. Getting a little deeper into the hips. 1 more full inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lets that back knee drop. Exhale, left hand to the floor. As you inhale, take that right arm up to the ceiling again. And then exhale, press into that hand, shift the hips backward, and then take that heel to the bum. So reaching back for that left foot if you can. Press heel to bum and then let those hips drop back forward. Roll the shoulders back, coming into a twist. If you can't quite get to the foot, just twisting, reaching back, engaging the hamstring. Take another full inhale, open the chest. Exhale. Inhale, slowly release the bind if you're there. Exhale, hand comes down on the inside of the foot. Pause there for a moment, take an inhale. And as you exhale, straighten the back leg. Plant the hands, step it back, downward facing dog. Nice full inhale. And exhale. Inhale, left leg reaches. Exhale, heel to bum, open it up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, drop knee to nose, and step it forward. Nice low lunge, let that back knee drop to begin. And then walk that left foot out to the left side of your mat. Press the hips forward, open the chest, let those hips drop, but then start to draw knee toward heel, heel toward knee, and then maybe hands start to walk down. Elbows to block, elbows to floor, squeeze those elbows in. Squeeze the knee in toward the center line, but then lengthen the chest forward. And again, you have options, floor, maybe you have higher block, maybe you have your hands and you're happy on your hands. Maybe that back leg starts to straighten. As you straighten the back leg, push through the back heel, lift up through the inner thighs, draw in through the lower belly, and let that chest expand forward. 2 more breaths. 1 more full inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, slowly returns that right knee to the ground. Exhale there. As you inhale, lift up through that left arm, open up, find that twist again. And then shift the hips back. Bend into the knee, reach onto the top of the foot, and then press the hips forward, keeping the heel toward the bum. Opening up the chest. And again, another option to go deeper, you can always bring that elbow to the block, bring that elbow to the floor, depending on your flexibility, and opening it up. Whatever is best for your body. Take 1 more full inhale. Exhale. Inhale, releases the bind. Exhale, circle the hand to the floor. Pause there for a moment, take an inhale. Exhale. Straightening that back leg, press it back, downward facing dog. Setting up that alignment for down dog, take a moment, bend deeply into both knees, send those sit bones back. Exhale, press the hips back, press the heels down. Nice full inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lengthen, nice long spine. And exhale fully. Inhale, takes that right leg lifted to the sky. Exhale, heel to bum, open it up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw knee to nose, and bringing that knee to the back of the right hand. Coming into pigeon pose. Lengthen out, nice long spine. Watch out for any caps you might have. I'm going to slightly move over a little bit. Good. Press down, lift up. Keep the back toe tucked, but let that back knee drop. Shoulders roll back, lift the chest. Good. Find some lift in the chest. Press into that front leg. Maybe lift the chest, open the arms. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, start to send the hips back, lengthening out, maybe uncurling that back toe. Nice full breath, so you're pressing down, sending the sit bones back, lengthening the chest forward. Maybe your forehead rests on the block. Nice full inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lengthens you out. Exhale, hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the back toe, press it back. Downward facing dog. Take a nice full inhale there. And exhale. Inhale, takes that left leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, heel to bum, open it up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw knee to nose, and then knee to the back of the left hand. Extend that right leg back. Back knee can stay up or down. And then press down into the front leg, roll the shoulders back, lift up through those inner thighs. Maybe expand the arms. Good, take a full inhale there. And then as you exhale, start to send the sit bones back, lengthen forward, reach the back leg back a little bit more, and then maybe uncurl that back toe. Heart's coming forward, that right hip's drawing down, legs pressing into the mat while the spine extends forward. Maybe your head starts to rest on a block. Couple more deep breaths. Letting that left hip relax. Let your breath be full as you find stillness in the mind and body. One more full inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, lengthens you out. Exhale, hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the back toe if it's not already. Lift those hips. Press it back. Downward facing dog. Nice full inhale. And exhale. Inhale, look to the middle of your mat. Hop, step, or walk to the middle of your mat. And come up onto those toes, bring those big toes to touch, and slowly set the heels onto, or your bum onto your heels. Bringing those knees level, so you're resting on your toes. Hands are by your side. You can always have your block out in front of you or to the side for balance. And then see if you can find some balance using those toes. Lifting the chest, finding stillness in the body. Stillness in the mind. Good, 2 more breaths. One more inhale. Exhale. Slowly release the hands. Lift the hips, make the feet as wide as your hips, if not wider. Heels in, toes out, drop those hips, Malasana. Elbows press into the shins, rocking a little bit from side to side. Lifting the chest, lengthening the spine, stretching out. One more full inhale. And exhale. Inhale, shift the weight forward, plant the hands, lift the hips, parallel the feet. Take a nice long inhale here. And exhale. Relax the head, bend the knees as much as you need to. Maybe rock the hips from side to side. Just lengthening out, letting go of anything that's not going to serve you. Imagine it dangling out the top of your head, onto the mat, onto the floor, and then right out the door. Bring that intention of stillness back to mind. And exhale fully. Inhale, lengthen out. As you exhale, bending into those knees, coming all the way back down to the floor, and finding a comfortable seat. So some people might be able to sit in hero's pose for a while. I'm going to sit in Sukhasana, easy seat, but up on my blanket. And just depending on how your hips are and what works best for you, making sure that you have a space that you can sit comfortably for your body so that your knees can relax. So I know with my blanket, this is about the level I need. So I'm going to sit up nice and tall. I'm going to draw my heels in and then ground down into my knees. And so allowing my knees to be lower than my hips, I can really sit up a little bit taller. I'm not worried about any crunching happening in my hip flexors. I'm not worried about my low back feeling any tension. So just find that seat, and if you need to, watch Finding Your Comfortable Seat, one of my tip videos, and that will help you find a little bit more in that seat. So you should feel a little bit more open in the hips, a little bit more open in the low back and the shoulders. For one big inhale, lift the shoulders up. Exhale, roll them back and down. Good, and then inhale, roll them up. And exhale, down and forward. Inhale up. And exhale, draw them down and back. Draw those long arm bones in line with your ribs. Draw in those lower ribs. Draw in through the lower belly. And then draw the back of the head slightly toward the back of the room. Just allow yourself to settle in here. Hands can be down. Palms can be up. First finger and thumb can be touching in either of those positions. Or maybe you take your hands together, bringing that left hand so your fingertips just touch inside your right hand, and then your thumbs touch very lightly as you rest your forearms in your lap. So you have options. Sometimes if your legs are too low, this puts a lot of pressure on the shoulders, so it might give you more support for your upper back to rest your hands on your thighs. So choose what's best for you right now. And then close the eyes. Bring back to mind that intention of stillness. And then just observe the breath. So no more ujjayi breath. No more deep inhales and exhales. Just let the breath be natural. And just see if you can follow your breath for the next few moments. Following the breath in and following the breath out. Being curious about the sensations of the inhale and curious of the sensations of the exhale. When your mind wanders away from the breath, just bring it back with no judgment, no criticism, just noticing the inhale, noticing the exhale. Keeping that intention of stillness in your mind, in your body. Just noticing the subtle shifts as you inhale and exhale. And scan over gently over the body. Notice the brow, if it's furrowed, release. Let the jaw be heavy, the tongue be slack. Let the shoulders draw away from the ears a little bit more. And then maybe even sit up a little bit taller, drawing the shoulders back in line with the hips. And then focusing again on that stillness of body, stillness of mind, focusing on the inhales and the exhales. You have the option to stay here and let this play out and continue on sitting as long as you'd like. Or for those that are restricted by this time frame, go ahead and take one full inhale in. Sigh out the mouth. Let your hands come to your heart center, keeping the eyes closed. And we'll seal that intention in, closing this practice with one Om. Take a full inhale. Bow your head slightly. Taking a moment, think of one thing in your life that you truly are grateful for. And holding that image in your mind's eye as you raise your head with a smile. Thank you for joining Midnight and myself today. We thank you. Drink lots of water, eat your veggies, and wear some sunblock. We'll see you next time. Namaste.